Hi guys, happy Sunday. I hope everyone is having a blissful and peaceful night. I just wanted to talk today about relationships and spiritual journeys. So, when you are on a journey and you're in a relationship with someone who is not on a journey, it can seem to be very difficult to relate. So, the number one thing I will always say is do not apologize for where you are. It sucks when you feel like you're leaving people behind, when you are gaining constant information every single day, learning new things, changing your perspective or opening your perspective to new things, and you have a partner who doesn't really seem to be that interested. And when you come into this journey, you naturally want to be surrounded by like-minded people, and that can be very, very difficult when you're not surrounded by those people, and you want to kind of get them involved in the process. You come join me, come learn more, and they're just not into it. And it's very, very hard. It can make the dynamics of a relationship very, very difficult. So number one, never apologize. Never apologize. This is your journey. This is your time. This is a special, special time for you and where you are in your life. And don't slow down or feel like you have to slow down for anyone else. That being said, if you're in a place where you really want to stay with this partner, you should try to expand their consciousness. Try to, slowly integrate them into the life. And I'm not saying to change anyone, but there's nothing wrong with sharing information unless the person just doesn't want it to be shared with. In that case, it's probably not a good situation right now. And I know another thing people can feel is, they thought they were with their soulmate, but they're growing so much and they're like, okay, well, they're not growing. Am I not going to be with them anymore? If a person is truly your soulmate, you will find your way back to each other. It sucks having to separate or be on different levels of thought, but eventually we're all going to the same place. And, we are stuck in this illusion of time where we feel like we have to have everything right now or real soon or we won't get it at all. We have lived this life many times. We have gone through these things many times over and over again. And karmically, we don't want to keep dealing with it. We want to transcend from that place so we don't have to keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. When you love someone, you always want the best for them. And, when you want the best for them, of course, it's natural. You're saying, come join me on this journey. And you don't want to feel like you're pushing anyone either. You can't push anyone into what they are not ready for or what they're not willing to accept. And it can make a relationship difficult, whether that be a romantic relationship or one with your parents or one with your friends. You have to leave some people behind in order to grow. It's sad, but it's a part of life, They'll get to where you are one day. I don't know when, but it's going to take time. And like I said, this time is for you. And that was a hard thing I have to realize, and for the people for me and around me. And it's not coming from a place of judgment. And I worried about that for a long time. And I kind of still worry about it a little bit to this day, that I may sound arrogant and where I'm coming from. And it's not arrogance. It is that constant gain of knowledge that has put me into a different perspective where I'm understanding things a little bit better now, and I want the people around me to understand them too. It has nothing to do with arrogance. If anything, it is major humility and major humbleness for the universe and the understanding. It would be very arrogant to just assume that everything on the surface is real. If I or anyone else, ever comes from a place of, I want to share this information from you, I want your eyes to be open too. I want you to come with me. I want us to experience this endless love and this endless light together, because with walls come conditions. And with walls and conditions, how are you ever supposed to grow? A tree, in order to grow, needs a open and loving and unconditional open environment. And if you surround it with walls and put a roof over it, and it's not gonna grow. Same for a relationship. If you're putting up these walls if you put up walls to get in the way of what you're trying to do, then it's not going to go anywhere. So, if you replace sex with conversation, then you're not going to be mentally stimulated. If, you try to kiss on someone when they're trying to share information with you, they may get a little aggravated or annoyed, because relationships are and I am speaking a little bit more romantic relationships. Relationships are obviously more than, just the kissing and just the affection. They're more than just the finances or the money goals or the Instagram picture goals. It is that mental bond. We as humans want to connect with other people on not only a chemical level, but on a spiritual level as well. And if the person is not on your level, then you're probably not ready. And as much as you want to draw them in, they have to be ready for themselves. So, I encourage, if you are in a relationship or if you're dealing with your family and you're growing in your spiritual journey and it is hard to, not to cooperate, but to relate to them, you have to let them walk their own path. And you don't have to feel sorry for that. You can be sad. You're allowed that luxury. You're allowed to feel a little bit of sadness, but don't stay stuck in that sadness. Do not feel like you have to be pulled back from where you are. Continue to grow, continue to thrive, continue to live. And if that person is meant to be in your life, they'll catch up. And if not, it's just a learning lesson. Whatever's not for you is simply a lesson. It is a lesson to be learned in the light and the dark, and that is okay. And you can still love whoever that is in your life. You can still appreciate them. That does not make you a bad person, and it doesn't make them a bad person. We're all going to grow, but we all grow at our own pace. So continue to do what makes you happy. Continue to explore. Continue to love. Just continue to be you. And let whoever you're with or whoever is in your life continue to be them. And if you happen to end up on the same road in the end, then that is so beautiful. So I'm going to end it right here. I hope everybody has a great night. Peace.